Hey guys, how you going? This is Tom Putt here from Inspire Landscapes. I just wanted to share with you the fact that the International Epson Pano Awards have just been announced, the winners for 2014. And I just was having a quick look through them and I thought it would be useful being a past judge of these awards. I haven't judged these images that we're about to have a look at, but I have judged this awards previously, which is a fantastic competition. I certainly encourage you, if you shoot landscape photography and nature photography and you feel like getting a bit of kudos or recognition for your images, to enter these awards. They're held every year and they have really become a fantastic competition in which to enter and to put yourself up against all the other photographers out there doing great work. And I thought what I would do is share my view and my thoughts around some of these images that have literally just been announced today. We're in September 2014. So what we're looking at here is the Open Awards for the nature category. So they have two different categories. They have nature and they also have like a building or the built environment, so, which is more around obviously landscapes with buildings, cities, architecture, stuff like that. So my interest is in the landscape photography, of course. So let's have a few look at a few of these here, and I'll give you my thoughts and comments. These are just my opinions on it all. I'm not here to necessarily judge as such. I'm just going to pass comment. I don't know what. I wasn't involved in the judging process. I don't know what these images scored as such, and so I thought would be interesting just to click on a few and just talk my thoughts around it and why I felt perhaps these images had done so well. I'm just going to bump these up a little so we can see them a little larger. This is from a guy called Ben Neal in Queensland, Australia here. I haven't heard of Ben before, but he's arrived on the scene. He's got first place here in this category, so that's awesome. So congratulations, Ben. And this image here really intrigued me because when I first opened it up, I was like, what is that? And I've read the story behind it now. These are some Saurus cranes up in Kakadu here, in a shallow waterhole area. So what I love about this image is obviously the mystique around it. It does have you wondering, what the hell is that? Like, what's going on there? And this is what the judges, I'm sure, perhaps would have been going through their heads when they saw it as well. What works here is just the beautiful soft light that comes across the image, but not the whole way across the image. It looks to be foggy, misty, whatever. It creates that intrigue. We've got these patterns created by the birds walking through this waterhole and then the beautiful shadows that fall behind them. And so I can really see how this image has scored first place, and for those reasons that I've just described there. If you can photograph in snow, mist, fog, these atmospheric conditions that are caused and so easily captured, but they create an emotion already. When you photograph the fog or the mist in the air, it immediately conveys a sense to somebody who's no doubt experienced that already. Okay, so they are already immediately feeling some sort of emotion when they look at the image. Beautiful side lighting here that's coming from the left. The shadows certainly work. The fact that the shadows aren't all humble jumbles, it's just like mumble jumbles. There's separation between each of them, so you can see each of these birds' shadows falling on the landscape there is absolutely stunning. So I really enjoy this image, the warmth to it. I'm not sure if it's processed that way or not, but who cares? At the end of the day, it's a beautiful image, and I can see how that's done particularly well. This is the image that came second from Marcio in Brazil, and look at this. We've got this shot here of these plants in the foreground lit, I would gather, by either car headlights or a torch, and the stars in the background. So traditionally I haven't seen astrophotography do as well in these competitions, so it surprises me a little. This is at number 2, but it's a lovely image nonetheless. I'll have a look just down here. I did notice that a friend of mine, Julia Fletcher, who's judging in the 2015 competition, I understand, she has scored 48th position with an image that has now become almost like a signature image, or one of. Similar looking image, wouldn't you say, in a sense that we've got that arc of the stars, but just obviously a different foreground. That scored 48th. The other one scored second. Why? Can't answer that. That's just the nature of judging and competitions, and obviously it's very subjective. What appeals to one judge doesn't necessarily appeal to the other, and vice versa. This is Timo, who came first last year with a stunning image that he shot of some sand dunes in the what am I looking for? Death Valley area in the USA last year, a couple of years ago, and he's followed it up with this beautiful image here of this sand dune. Beautiful contrast. I love great contrast in black and white images. I love there be heavy blacks and bright highlights, and that's what he's got here. And our eye is always drawn to the brightest part of the image or areas of greatest contrast, and that's exactly what we're seeing here, where we've got these beautiful lines, and my eye is completely drawn to that. Add to that he's got this wind that's tossing out the sand over the top of this sand dune here, creating this beautiful tonality, and it really works well. So that's a beautiful image. I can see why that's done particularly well. It suits the panoramic format, so well done. A local guy, Will, he has a gallery down here in Lorne in Victoria, just on the Great Ocean Road here, so a few hours to the southwest of Melbourne, where I'm based, and he's come forth in this category here by shooting this lovely image of this fence that's trailing off into the water here. The timing's perfect. The the vertical panoramic format really suits this image. We've got these strong vertical lines, okay, but the importance of shooting a vertical panoramic is that you do have detail all the way from the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom, and he's got that. He's got this stunning diagonal line created by the froth of the wave here, also created by the fence posts, and it's leading our eye out into the distance, but then we're coming up here, and rather than just having the sky being bland and boring, he's got this really dramatic sky happening here with these multi-layered clouds. So I can see why that's done particularly well, so congratulations, Will. And then to round out the top five, we've got this one here from Heibo in China of this kingfisher. Look at that, that's an absolutely stunning image. The timing's just impeccable, and the clarity in that shot's absolutely brilliant. The fact that the wings are right back, you're able to see all the primary and secondary feathers, really shows off that image well. So, excuse me, got a tickle in my throat. Congratulations there. Let's have a look at a few other things that really caught my eye in the top 50 here that we're looking at. Really love this one of Ben's, Ben Messina from Queensland here in Australia. This taken out at Lake Mungo, which is a Aboriginal artefact site in outback near New South Wales. Unusual to get rain out there any time of year, but he's been able to capture it here with this stunning line of the sand dune and beautiful texture and light and play, and just leading our eye into the drama behind there. So that's a fantastic image that really caught my eye. These aerials I just absolutely love. Always enjoy a good aerial, and this one here just full of this abstract nature of this. I can only gather this is alluvial or glacial melt going over this this not tidal area, but alluvial plain, and creating all that fantastic pattern. And what I love about this, and what I love about repetition and abstract images, is that it extends edge to edge, top to bottom, left to right. There's no interruption of that. It's just a beautiful image, playing on both the tonality of the image with the darker areas, the lighter areas, but also those beautiful textures, patterns, forms, etc. So that's done particularly well. Interestingly, Timo has another image in here. Congratulations, Timo, coming 12th here of the black ice, or the black sand beach with the ice on it in Iceland. It's been pretty much shot to death now, but I mean, that's just a beautiful image. My eye is just wandering back into the distance there and seeing all these what look to be massive pieces of ice here. He's used a relatively slow shutter speed to create a really nice atmospheric feel to the image. It's quite a dark image, but that just really brings out the mood of the shot. Okay, lovely reflection in the wash here. Okay, and so whilst that scene has been done many times now. I think what makes this one work in particular too is the contrast between this one that looks like it's been rolled in sugar and the sugar's coated the iceberg compared to the others that are all different again. So that's really got some interest to it. Let's have a look at some others. Again, another great aerial. Colin from Australia. I haven't heard of Colin, but he's shot this in Exmouth, Western Australia, with these beautiful. This will be tidal, and these will be some mangrove-lined creeks that are spilling out into the water here. A beautiful image, stunning image. It's all about the colour, obviously, which is brought out brilliantly in this shot, but then also the shape and the texture to that image itself. So let's have a look at what else has done particularly well here. There's another one of Timo's here with the sand dune. Okay. Here we go from Matt shooting that famous tree in the lake there at Lake Wanaka there in New Zealand. This really drew my eye, and I'm sorry that this didn't appear a little higher up in the standings from Marcin there, shot in Poland. Congratulations. What an absolutely brilliant image. I mean, divided down the middle with white on one side, almost black on the other, and these birds that is obviously being fed by this person. And what I love about it is just obviously the stunning contrast and the cleverness of this shot. To be able to see this image is to be absolutely congratulated. It's to me like this, something has caused this snow to peel from the left and spill down into the right. It's created these beautiful swans. That's how I see it. The only way that I could see this picture to be improved any further is to not have all of these footprints here. I would love it to be so clean that all you see is just the footprints of this one person coming down the hill. Sometimes that can't be helped. You could spend forever photoshopping all that out. Not necessary in this case, but that's a stunning image. Have a look at this one here. Again, wish I'd seen this a little higher up, but who cares? You know, it's made the top 50. But these stingrays in the Maldives that are being fed often by the people who stay there, which is awesome. But look at that for a stunning image. I mean, really, that's all about the clarity in the image, the sense of place, get a real sense of where we're at, where we're about. There's a lot going on here. There's movement. Obviously, there's play. We don't know whether these guys are in love or whether they're going to combat. Who knows? But it's a beautifully stunning image here. I really enjoyed this one here, talking about the Iceland beach shot that I was pointing out earlier. This again is a different one, and I would have thought this again would score a little higher. But this looks like it's shot inside one of those icebergs that's on the beach there, looking out to the other ones that are outside here, which is a really clever perspective and a really good use of shutter speed to have this beautiful flow of water here that's been slowed down by the slower shutter speed. That's creating a really nice effect. I really enjoyed that one. Leah here, who has shot this from a helicopter, no doubt, from Wyndham in Western Australia. That's a particularly good spot. I love the patterns and I love the beautiful lines. This is and of course the shadowing, the lighting in this makes this shot as well. This is a particular shot that if you had this hanging on the wall, every time you look at it, I'm sure you'd see something different. There's so much detail, there's so much going on there, but it's beautifully simplistic in a sense that my eye isn't darting around here, there, and everywhere and struggling to find a place to rest. It's got a lot of detail in it, but it's very simplistic in the way it's been composed. So I think that's particularly good as well. I love the layering in this shot here by Stefan that's come 34th there. I think that's particularly good. What else caught my eye? Oh, this one here by Matt or Matthias? No, Matthew taken in Wyoming here in the USA. I shot a very similar image. In fact, I had to go back and have a look and see how similar it was. I just shot a similar image in Cradle Mountain in Tasmania on a workshop there. This is frozen water, of course, and the bubbles that are formed within the ice itself, and looking straight down on the landscape there, shot from above, I can only presume. That's how I shot mine at least. But I love this because, again, like that previous image I was talking about with Leah's, so much to see, but beautifully simplistic in its approach. My eye is just wandering around enjoying seeing all these different shapes and sizes to the bubbles. And then you've got this beautiful fissure, I guess you call it, formed here in the ice itself. I really love that. I could look at that and enjoy that for a long time to come. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. Just a brief look at some of those images that have scored in the top 50 there. I just thought I would share you my thoughts and views as I looked through those for one of the first times, and ones that particularly caught my eye. Congratulations to everybody who's done particularly well and scored in the top 50. I understand that the judging was particularly harsh this year, which is good. It keeps everyone honest, and it means they're just not throwing awards at everybody who enters. It really is an honour to score a top 50 in any competition, but in particularly this one that has been going for a number of years now, has worldwide recognition. You can see by the different nationalities of all the people who have entered. So congratulations to everybody. Catch you later.